Hey everybody, welcome to another session of Time After Time live on the MFG Cast YouTube channel. It's been a bit. My apologies. I had to take off December because my mind and my body needed it. Apparently, it needed another month because we let another month pass as well, but sometimes it's just the way things go. But you're here. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap since it's been a couple of months since we last met. Our adventurers have decided that they didn't really decide. Quips actually brought them back to the Totta of this time's time, basically, and he said that they needed to kill Totta because he is basically keeping them hostage with all of their jumps that they're doing and stuff like that. But also there's also these other volunteers that he is also trying to manipulate and do his bidding for him. So Quips basically brought him back to this time so they could take care of him. And once he's uh, been slain, then hopefully they would be able to steal the phylactery and find a way for them to get back to their own times. Also, to be able to bring Toda back to the time where he made his mistake in killing his rival Snippet, which kind of like started these chain of events that leads to where they're at now. So they are in the castle where Toda, this evil Toda, resides. And instead of going down below where they thought Crestia might be, they're going to go upstairs, hopefully to where Toda is, so they can. First, they're going to try to talk some sense into him, have the past Toda talk to present Toda, and see if anything happens. And if that doesn't happen, then we'll see if any stabby or anything else is going to happen. So, all right. So you guys are led upstairs. Belzarin actually made a check to see if he could tell if there was any fresh air that was coming from anywhere, and he decided that upstairs was the way to go. So that's where you guys are headed. It's kind of a cramped space because this is a secret passageway that Toda said that they used to use all the time, and because him and his family are a little smaller than your average character or person, I should say.
I'll have you
The
know that I am average height for a gnome.
Yes, for a gnome, yes, but not for other creatures, unfortunately. So some people are kind of labored trying to go through a little bit, but you make it towards the only one door that it's at the top of the stairs. You can see a light underneath the door. You can almost hear voices, but they're very murmured and very hard to hear.
I I want to just make a point of I'm firing off psychic whispers so that we can speak to each other in our minds.
Okay,
Mark.
sweet.
And then I just let you guys know, when the doors open, I'm gonna put up the hood. I'll wait to come in behind unseen and try to keep an eye out for the phylactery.
Yes, I'm going to stay hidden as well. Not like that though. That's a much cooler hidden. I'm just gonna try to use stealth and hide.
Okay. So Cam, you in the last episode, you said you were kind of leading the charge. So are you gonna hang
Oh, I
back?
did? No, then I'm kicking the door open and running in with my
Oh,
crossbow. Yeah. Is that did I say leading the charge? If I said leading the charge, then there must have been some sense of urgency that I've forgotten.
yeah. Well, time out. So before you go charging in, you talked
Too late.
about
I'm rolling a D20. No, just kidding. Lost it. Shit.
you talked about Toda talking to him first. So are you gonna have him go first and try to do that, or again, I don't want to like talk you into something, but that's kind of what your plan was, to have
Oh yeah.
Toto of the past talk to Toto of the
No, that of
future. Toto,
course.
Toto,
Yeah, no.
Toto. This
Yeah,
won't get
then
confusing at all.
no, because that would make that makes the most sense. That'll be the less jarring. So yeah. So I'll be hanging back
Okay. So I want to know marching orders then. So I want to know who's going first, second, third, fourth, just because I want to know kind of how it will look to whoever is behind the door if there's anyone.
I am last.
Okay.
I assume Toda or Cam is first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If Cam will let me be first, I will.
yeah, I think I don't know why I don't know why Cam would want to be first. I don't remember why that would be a thing.
I think at first that just it was how it was working. You were just like, I'm gonna, kind of be the protector. You kind of, you work here technically, so
Oh,
like you kind of you don't know the secret passageway, but you do know the place.
okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm sorry. So I work here. That's right. This is like my place of business. So wouldn't he be surprised to see me? I think Cam would probably understand that. He'd be surprised to see me at this point if I just walked in,
I
right?
would I would assume so, yeah.
All right, so maybe I'll just drop in. I'll just talk to Toda for a second. Mm. Okay. Toda. Toda. He's uh he's going to be surprised to see me if I walk in. I don't think we're not supposed to be here. Just bear with me if I'm
I
repeating
mean, well,
anything.
to
I'm
be
trying to
fair, I think he's also going to be surprised to see me, him, Mim,
Nim?
him, Mim,
Yum.
Mim, me, him,
Yum?
us.
Yes. Well,
That
well,
might be an
what do you?
advantage, right?
I mean, I imagine it would
Maybe
be.
catch him off guard.
Yeah, like shock him. Sees the two of you, really surprised. I don't think he knows me. Does he know me?
I'm pretty sure. He's pretty sure he knows of us. He knows of us all.
But I mean, no offense, Cam, but and I mean this in the nicest way I possibly can. But he probably doesn't care about the people that work under him. So I'm not necessarily sure he would have taken the time to actually know you.
He
So
doesn't.
I don't know if he would really recognize you or not.
He probably doesn't. But I'm also trying to think of the best way to throw him off guard with the reveal that you're here. Or maybe it's just better for you to just walk in. And
Maybe
I'll kick.
Toda should kick open the door.
Yeah, maybe Total should kick in the door. Can you kick in this door?
I doubt it.
Do you want me to kick in the door and then you go in like you kicked in the door?
I mean, I'm completely fine with you taking the credit for kicking down the door. I have no kind of apprehension about letting somebody else take credit for that. I have nothing to prove. So
Okay, what's the
all
what's
my
the
muscle is up here in my brain.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'll kick in the door. But what just remind me, what's the go phrase again?
Um,
I forgot it already.
I was
uh,
what was it
well,
that
that's
that
unfortunate.
Well, that's
yeah, that was it.
unfortunate. Okay, great. All right. Well, are you ready? I'll kick the door in.
No, let's
Okay.
go.
Here. Okay. Then Cam kicks the door in.
Nice.
A
Okay.
nice front straight kick, just whoop-ah! And just
John, are you cold?
Nope,
Is it cold in
pull,
there?
I pull the hood up and I go
Oh,
invisible.
Okay, so what you see in this room, you see four four different machines, and you see the likes of you basically in each one. In the far end, you see quips talking to this times Toda. Toda, you recognize him as wearing basically the same cloak that you wore back when you were in magic school, except
Mhm.
for it's more worn but also more ornate, if that makes any sense. Like it's adorned with more stuff, but you can tell he's been wearing it for years.
Mhm.
He also looks very like a lich, but also unlike a lich as well, because not only does he look like he's skin and bones, but he also looks like when you watch horror movies where zombies, like the skin kind of falls off. It's
Mhm.
kind of like it looks like it's constant. There's still skin there, and it looks like it's wanting to fall off, but it doesn't, and it looks wet and disgusting. And when
At least I
he
still
and when
moisturize. That's
He's Oil Can Man from Return of the Living Dead.
there you go.
Ah,
Um, and when he sees that you guys have kicked down the door and you both kind of pop out, he produces a curved, jagged edged knife and pulls it up to Quips's neck. So if you, as you realize, Quips is still with you. So this is another Quips that is with him as well.
and I will step in and then just put my hands up and say, "Hey, hey, me. It's me. Just here to talk. No need for that."
And he turns his face slowly to Quips that he has in this basically this chokehold with this jagged knife against his throat, and he says, "You betrayed me." And Quip says, "No, no, I didn't betray you. I didn't betray you."
Um, it, I mean, if we think about it, you're kind of the one that betrayed everybody else. I mean, your whole point here is to make things better, and 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 look outside. It's not. Look at you. When was the last time you ever looked in a mirror? I look horrible.
It doesn't matter how I look. I feel powerful.
But you've you've ruined everything. People have died. There's nothing outside. It's all burnt. Is it worth it?
His eyes kind of soften up a little bit, even though they're almost like a bright blood red. He there's almost a softness to him, like you kind of got to him, and then as as you think you're kind of getting to him, his eyes kind of get very pointed again and very angry, and he says, "This."
Hold on one second.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Let
I
me
had
smoke
something
another.
stuck in my throat.
Give,
Sorry, no.
give me another cigarette. Oh, that's better. Uh, he says, "This world is cruel. It doesn't matter if I ruin it or someone else does."
Bad things are going to happen. I'm I'm sorry that you killed our friend. It happens. It was an accident. I'm sure. I never would have done it on purpose, which means you did not do it on purpose. but you can't let that one thing ruin existence. Not just yours, but everybody else's.
You, you don't understand the pain I've been through. No one was there for me. No one helped me. I was shunned, tossed away like a dead carcass. That's your future.
But it doesn't have to be. Fate is not determined. It's not made for us. We make it. By me knowing what happens, I can prepare for it. Even if it does happen again, I'm not going to be alone this time.
And you see something that you are unprepared for. You see something glistening in his eye, and what seems to be a lonely tear falls from his face, but it is blood red, and it falls to the ground and sizzles.
Got xenomorph blood.
And he says, "What do you think I've been trying to do all this time?"
Make friends?
I've been trying to change the past, but the past won't let me.
Well, yeah, you can't change your past. It's already happened.
Then why are you here?
Because my future hasn't happened yet. And my future is your past.
Then how do you propose to change it if you say that is not available to change?
It won't change what you've done and the effect that you've had in this world. But I can change what happens in mine. So it might not change for you. And I'm very sorry for that. But it's not how it has to be everywhere.
Boy, you got me at an impasse. You're really good. I'm like, do I like I want him to just be like just mean and violent, but I'm like, you're making good points.
It's that 16 intelligence.
So if they've spread out into the room, I am very slowly making my way around the room while invisible.
Okay.
Just as things are happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Toda, I want you to roll me a persuasion check.
I can do
I'm
that.
I am going to give you the reason why. And it's going to be something that I think I tried to answer this last episode, but I couldn't find it until I looked it up today before we played. Um, Technically, uh, liches have true sight, so he can, if he wanted to, he could see Belzarin under that cape or
Mm-hmm.
under that cape or whatever. But I think because you've done such a good job in kind of distracting him with the way you're trying to talk him into having him help you, basically, that I think that if you roll high enough, that Belzarin will be or this Toto will be distracted enough to where
Mm-hmm.
Belzarin can sneak his way around.
Cool, cool. All right.
I'm gonna have you try to
Roll.
beat a 15.
Rolling with a +2. Yeah. Nat 20, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. I'm gonna take all
Belzarin's just
these
like
notes I wrote and I'm gonna
thief,
throw
thief,
these
thief.
out the window because why do I even have them?
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah. So
I love
Belzarin,
you,
I'm
game
gonna
science
ask
D20.
yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna ask you this question then, Belzarin. Are you going to move at a what kind of pace are you going to move? Are you going to move, as stealthily and slowly as you can? Are you, like, okay,
Very
because I want to know kind of
slowly
what,
creeping, like it's not a normal stride. Like I don't want to kick a can, right? Like he's in his estimate, because he obviously doesn't know that about liches, right? So he thinks he's
yeah,
completely in the clear. So he's just
yeah,
moving very slow. They're having a conversation. I've got all the time in the world. Nobody can see me, so I'm gonna get sneak attack if it comes to that or whatever. So he's
mm-hmm,
he's just he's taking in every nook and cranny. He's looking around. He's trying to see if he can see the phylactery. He's trying to gauge. Like I don't want to get too close because I don't want him to hear my footfalls. But I want
mm-hmm,
to be, kind of if I gotta rush him and like stab him, right? Because like I hear something, but I don't see. You know what I mean? Like just all that kind of stuff. He's not doing anything
yeah,
because we want to see how things play. Like I'm waiting for the phrase.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna say that you get basically as close as you want to get, while Toda is talking to his future self.
Okay.
So future Toda looks at you, past Toda, and says, "What do you propose?"
Let me go back and trust that I will make my future better. And I hope that you can at least take some hope that somewhere out there you've had a better life and use that to make this one better. You need to help these people. I'm going to point specifically to Cam. You need to help him, help everyone else like him. You have power. You're smart. I'm smart. So obviously you're smart. Can't let that go to waste.
What if you fail? Will will you want to become like I am now? Because that will be your future.
And he'll turn and look at Cam and Tamarin. And then he'll look over and he's like, you made and he'll actually look at Snips. I'm like, Snips, you made all this, right? Can you take the thing away from his throat so he's not afraid of getting his throat slit when he tries to talk? Just a little, not all the way. Just a little.
Yeah, it's quips, by the way. Um,
Oh, quips,
he
that's right, yeah.
yeah, Snips is the guy that you killed. Poor Snips.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. Snips.
I'm having flashbacks, man.
You see him, and he's like looks at the knife, and he looks at Quips, and he looks at the knife, and he is. It's almost like he's trying to fight to get it to happen, but he still doesn't trust what's happening, so he doesn't.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Just, but Quips, he made all this. Could you make something that would let me call my friends? Say I'm in trouble. Say I just want to talk. Is there something that I could use if I'm in trouble to call them?
So I'm kind of confused. What are you asking in particular?
I'm asking. So Quips has made interdimensional time travel machinery, magic stuff.
Yeah.
Could he make basically like a phone interdimensional communication device?
And he's basically he chooses his words carefully since the knife is against his throat, and he says, "Unfortunately, that's not one thing that I could really help you with. But," and he like looks to you guys like almost pleadingly, like, be careful. And he looks up at Totta of the present, and he says, your pods, they are outfitted with the necessary things to send you back. I want you to roll me an insight, everybody.
Better not be any blue goo in this pods.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got
Insight.
a 6.
Shit. Insight. 6 total.
17.
17, nice. So Belzarin and Tamrin, you both realize that Quips is saying that he sneakily and fairly recently made these pods to be fitted so you guys could possibly go back to Tota's time. And this is the one of the things that, and if you kind of like put two and two together, you realize like that's probably the reason why you were all able to be brought back to this time. It is because finally they have the things imbued in the pods where they can actually take you or put you back to the time that you want to be back. But they didn't tell this Totta about it.
Sneaky little devil.
I'm gonna have Totta roll to see if he understands what he's saying, and he doesn't.
It's on you. I'm invisible.
I didn't understand what he said.
Okay. So that means that we can. I'm not saying this out loud. That means that we could actually leave.
Yes.
Or you could say it in all our heads.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you did the psychic thing beforehand, right?
Yeah.
John, high five.
Yes. Love
Good
palms.
trio.
Palms are great.
So then Belzarin says to, is he saying we can go back?
Yeah.
Right? That's whips that sneaky little bastard.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to activate those things, right? I mean, I don't remember. If we knew, I don't remember.
Do we know?
Yeah, what is
Roll another insight.
what? Oh, I rolled a 1. I definitely know how to do it. Everyone, get on in the pods. I'll just activate them because I know how to do it. And then we don't need to worry
Beep,
about
boop,
it.
done.
Yeah.
Do the cat pausing.
Oh wait, man! I accidentally hit defrost. God damn it!
Got a 4.
15.
Ooh. Okay. Toda? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, 4.
Okay. All right. Belzarin, you remember that Quips had said that it is controlled by he has that little data pad that he works with. He actually uses that. But also what it has to be is it has to be the pod, but it also has to be imbued with your blood as well. But if you look to all the pods, your blood is still technically in it. So the only thing you have to do is just get in it and have someone work Quips's little
Data pad
tablet or whatever
iPad.
to be able to send you back. Yep.
It's a
And
blackberry.
you do have a Quips with you. The BlackBerry.
I mean, he isn't with us though, right? Or did he
Yeah, the
follow
other
us?
Quips is with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's behind everyone. And
How many
I'm gonna
people
say
does,
sorry. I'm gonna say he's not in view because he doesn't want
He's
Toda
smart.
to know
too
there's
many
two.
things? Yeah.
Yep.
Too many Todas, yes.
How many beings does your psychic whispers peg?
What was that? Just looking for that. Hold on. Where is this? Is my class?
Because if he had been with us while we were having the conversation, I assume if you were able, you would have
Yeah.
pegged him too.
Yeah, I would have.
That's a good question.
Everybody would have been in it. So if he was, you can establish communication between yourself and others. In action and choose a creature. Oh, I never actually told you. I rolled. So I have to roll a thing with it. So it was as an action choose one.
What
more
the
creature.
fuck? You
What?
didn't do that before?
I did
You
do it. I just
bastard?
didn't tell you what it was. It's just the amount of time. It was
Oh,
a 3.
okay.
It was a 3.
I okay.
Choose 1 or 2 creatures. Choose 1 or more creatures you can see. So up to a number of creatures equals to your proficiency bonus. So it would only be the 4 of us.
Oh, what's
like-
your
Okay.
proficiency bonus?
3. So like it's up to.
Oh.
Yeah. So it would just be the.
Yeah, so it'd only be you three.
Okay,
Yeah.
so unfortunately, it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't include
makes sense, yeah.
Quips.
I mean, I could
Or-
sneak my way back out, I guess, right? Nobody knows I'm there. And if Quip said like, "Hey, I'm gonna wait here," scoot back out the door and be like, "Hey, you could send us back."
And he says yes, you just have to make sure you get yourself fastened in the pods safely without him messing with it.
But we can't just leave.
Well, you're not having this conversation.
Well, no, but I'm in the heads. I heard you say it.
Well, look, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying like, but I mean, Quips could send us back. Is all I'm saying. I mean, and then like he looks over at Quips and he says, but we're already in there. So like, do we?" And he kind of like waves his hands at himself, like, "Do we have to get in, or do our other selves can't? Like, how does this work?"
Well, those aren't real. Those are mirages. Those aren't the real you. It's basically
shit, okay.
yes. You personally have to be inside of them.
Damn. Well, all right. Well, I mean, he's gonna see us get in, so hopefully Totta can work his magic. He's pretty convincing for a little guy.
He is. I'm surprised with the cold dead heart that this Toda has. I'm surprised he's even getting through to him.
I mean, I can relate, and I tell you, I would be convinced myself.
Who wouldn't?
I mean, all he had to say is we would come back and kill him. I mean, Cam and I would do it, probably, right? I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the
I've
whole thing with the orcs or whatever they were. Yeah, I mean, we just Cam and I are a pretty
I
good
mean,
team that way.
I didn't personally see it, but I on my little data pad it said a lot of murders. It was crazy.
That was us. Yeah.
Yep. It had your name next to it, so I assume so.
Ah, good. Good. We
The
got credit.
stats always check out.
All right. Well, let me get back in there then. So, like, well, you know the phrase. So, like, if somebody shouts the phrase, then like, maybe start pulling up the start the clock, and we'll try to get in the pods. I guess. I don't know.
I will try.
That's all we can ask. Can you feel that when he's got the? You know what? It doesn't matter. And he starts to.
That unfortunately that is future him. I am past him.
It's weird. It's weird.
Time is
At
weird.
least we're not here. I guess that's good.
I mean, you technically are here, but you're not.
Well, you know what I mean.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I don't.
I'm gonna.
What are they talking about?
We're just hearing one half of a conversation.
Yeah, no,
One half
no
of a
kidding.
broken conversation.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Well, so I got one. So while that's kind of going on, so I will say to me, um, I you said that you were all alone and left out in the cold, but I'm not now. I have friends, and even if I I don't know if I'll ever see them again, I know that they're there. And I know that if I ever needed help, that they would help me.
Boy, tell you, I don't know where to go with it. Um, you know what? We'll let the dice decide a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. Uh, he says, okay. He says, convince me. I will send you back to your time just before you made your worst mistake. I pray that you don't make the same mistakes that I did.
Well, luckily, you can have quips. Keep an eye on me. You can see how the timeline's going. And if anything does go bad, you can just send one of these guys back to help me out.
He says, I hope for both of our sakes that your positivity brings you the conclusion that you want. And he slowly lets the knife away from Quips's throat.
And I'll turn back to Cam and Tamarin and I'll say, well, guys, I don't think that could have gone better.
Kimber shakes his head at him.
I think Tamarin's, why is my name misspelled? I think Tamarin is like, how do I put this? Speechless. Yeah. Just staring at you like, I don't think you've had an eloquent moment in your life, and suddenly you've literally talked a lich out of killing us.
So you're going back alone.
I think I have to.
I just say in your head, shouldn't you take someone just in case?
And I'll turn back and I'll say, I know this might be a little unorthodox, but um I kind of this whole thing is really, if we think about it, can I take one of them with me?
He says,
I mean, if they want to. I don't know if you really have anything to go back to or not. I mean, you must have like, well, at least I know like Belzar and Tam. Oh, and then he'll like drop his head for a second, and I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, Cam. I forgot. I didn't.
I'm I'm more thinking about you going back alone, not knowing what you're getting into. Like, why wouldn't we all go with you to help
I
you?
mean, I'm just going back to school.
You could all,
I mean, I got my end of year exams, I guess, if that's, but
I mean, if you think you have it, I guess.
well, I mean, I'm a little iffy on the divination stuff, but you know, I'm sure if I study up, oh, hey, do you think you'd help me with that? And I like to myself.
I just narrow eye, like, no, I can't help you with that. All right, well, have a good day at school, buddy.
I say in your head, don't kill anybody.
so you're deciding to go back by yourself to right this wrong.
I mean,
And
unless they want to, like, I'm not gonna stop them from coming with me.
well,
Like,
if he goes, are we stuck here if he goes by himself? Like, it feels like like he can like do his thing, but I don't know that we should stay. Like, what are we gonna have tea with evil Toda? Like, what's
Yeah, I don't know.
like, does this not happen if he goes back and fixes it? Like, I don't want to stay here. Like, this place is fucked up.
It's a pretty
well, I'm
fucked
pretty
up
sure
place.
this timeline is like the way it like this world is the way it is now. Like, I can't
Yeah,
really change that, but
this is where we're from, I think.
Hmm.
Is this where we're from?
Maybe?
this is definitely where Cam's from.
Yeah, this is where I'm from.
Well, what happens if you go back then?
I mean, I'm assuming it would be sort of like what we've been doing. You know, I would just be leaping into somebody's body back in Cam's, probably be a goddamn student. It would probably all be students. Like like
We could graduate
that
together.
would be the nature of the leap.
Well, but is it a leap or is it going back? I mean,
I mean, it would, for us it would be a leap. For him, it would be going back to his time.
And I mean, can we, Quips, can we do this without going into someone else's? Can you just send Cam back? Or does it have to be into somebody else's? Like, does it have to replace somebody that's already been there? If
We've
so,
been
could you replace my my enchantment teacher from third year? I didn't really get along with him all that well. I'm not looking forward to that class at all.
now, are you looking to change your life? Or are you looking to just change? Are you looking to change the world? Or are you looking to just change this one teacher?
Well, I mean, I'm really hoping that by me changing my life, it changes the world. Because kind of me, like, turning into that, like, no offense, but turning into that is kind of what caused all this. So I'm really hoping that if I don't turn into that, then all this won't happen.
That that is what we're hoping for. We're hoping
Yeah.
that you go back, you change that, then this reality doesn't become this reality.
Yeah. So, I mean, figure if I go back and say Cam comes with me, then at the very least, if something bad does happen, then I'll have that kind of emotional support system built in so that I won't turn into a horrific killing monster. No offense.
And Quips looks at you and he says, we've done we've looked at the science and we don't know for sure. We don't know if your friends go with you and they change your timeline, if that will strand them with you on your timeline, or if once this is done, if it will change not just your timeline, but their timelines and send them back to theirs. We're unsure about what will happen with your other companions.
Well, but in theory, if I do change the timeline, then that would kind of make their lives better at least. Because like then they won't be in this messed up world. Hopefully the world would be a little bit better.
But then but then possibly they won't, they might not remember the timeline that they were in. So they might not remember the lives they've led before as well. But
That won't
they
work
still
for
might
me.
remember it as well. A lot of the science is very murky.
But Cam, you're if the world changes, then there's a chance that your family could be alive. And and if you didn't remember that they weren't, isn't that a good thing?
No, not if I can't. I just don't see that. I just don't see that as a possibility. I can't imagine that. This is where I'm from. I kind of like to gesture around the room and gesture at you, at your lich self. Like this is. I don't think you can. I don't think this gets changed. I think you're going back to change your future, not his present. So if there's a risk of me not remembering what I've lost, then I'm not going to take that. But if we could do this in a way that changes your future, then I'm all for it.
I don't want to change my future if you have to forget your past. So if you don't want to take that risk, I don't blame you. And I think you should stay here.
Well, on the other hand, if I have an opportunity to help you and I can lay down my life to help you, that also sort of achieves the same goal for me.
I'm not going to ask you to do anything. If you want to, I'll accept.
Well, I'm on board to help if you'll take it.
And he'll turn to Tamarin because Belzarin's still being sneaky.
Stealing a
And
phylactery, blowing this whole thing up. If he's
I don't know if you have anything here. And I don't know if there's anything that you want to forget or that you don't want to forget. But it would be nice if you came back, but same with Cam, I understand if you don't.
No, I think this is a hellhole and I'm happy to leave. It's fine.
Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay.
You know,
Oh.
I'm a very
Right.
forward, future thinking person. I don't really dwell in the past.
Belzarin just kind of pops into your head, kind of sighs and says, there's nothing left for me here. And the three of you are the only ones that have been with me for this last little while. So if I can remember even just the three of you, it'll be worth it.
So then uh Toda of today says, then it is settled. Quips, get them prepared to jump. And yeah, Quips brings out his little pad or whatever and starts just kind of pushing buttons or whatever. He says, all right, everyone, into the pods. Cross your fingers and your toes and any other things you have that cross. And let's get you back to your time, Tota.
Totta tries to start crossing his eyes. It's like,
Belzarin goes
There's a
over.
yoga position for that.
He lifts the lid and then takes the hood off and kind of like looks back over and then gets in the pod.
Ambusher! Fireball!
Yeah, Quips, is pushing buttons. He's like calculating the day and the time and stuff like that. And he says, oh, just like before, you may feel a little weird. And he puts in the coordinates and he says, for all your sakes, Godspeed. And then he presses the button. You guys feel yeah, if you wave at him, he just awkwardly yeah, exactly. Like he doesn't know how to do anything that's like what a human being or a normal creature would do. So we just kind of thing.
My arm hasn't moved like this in 300 years.
Yes, exactly. If it's not stabbing, I don't know what to do with it. Okay. So yeah, you feel
says the same thing.
Shit, I should have stayed.
There's so many things I could stab in this time.
We can go stabbing
regret
together.
my decision. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you feel this overwhelming like molecules expanding and contracting. You feel like your bodies are being twisted into 80 different ways. And then you are transported, and the only person that would know is Totta to the time back when Totta was having his duel with Snippet, and you are outside of the school, and you can see the school itself. It's glorious like it used to be, like you remember Totta. It's a beautiful spring day, and you can see over the school itself because you're not inside of it. You can see what looks to be magic being thrown left and right because you can see different colors and different like explosions and certain things or whatever. So you realize that you are in the throe of this duel, and you don't know how much time you have left before this ends.
And he'll have like started to pull his uniform out, but then he sees this and he's like, oh no, Tom. He starts shoving it back in the bag. He's like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta run. I gotta stop me. Yeah. All right, this is still weird.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Wait, are we
And I run.
stopping you, or are you
Yeah.
you? And we're
Wait, are
we're just
you-
not
yeah.
gonna do this? We could just not go.
Well, no, I think I'm doing it now.
Oh, like you're late.
I think I'm here.
Yeah,
But
you're you
I'm
now, and you need to be there.
no, but
so
also I'm here. So like, there's two of me here
Two
right now.
Totas.
Yes,
Oh God.
Again? I thought we were going back to
more.
your time. I'm so
I
confused.
think we're in my time, but like future my time, but not as future of my time as last time.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's just. I'm gonna trust that that's gonna work out when we get to you, wherever you are.
Come on, I know where to go.
Take out my crossbow.
Yeah, so you get on the grounds. You can see that there's like a little, almost like field area where they would have the competitions. So you have to go inside of the school grounds. Basically, you have to run past. There are some people that are lingering about because some people don't care about these tests. You can hear a lot of hooting and hollering inside this little field where you're having it. So basically, you just have to just kind of run through people because some people are actually doing classes and stuff like that. And you get to this field area, and it is surrounded by students. So you have students that are completely in a circle around this field that are watching this duel commence. You see past Toda dueling it out with Snippet, spells being flung left and right, and students are again just all around kind of in the way.
And real quick, what are the three of them? The three of them?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
Yes.
So I'm assuming, do I see me or do I know which
Yeah.
area I'm in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would know the scene because you've well, actually no you wouldn't because you haven't experienced it. You know what
Oh,
happens
true. Yeah.
in that field. You know
Yes.
exactly how it commences. But obviously you'd notice you and you'd notice Snippet and stuff like that. Even though
Yeah.
people are in the way, you can kind of see through them that who's you and who's not you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So in that case, I'm gonna uh all right, this
Roll me a perception check. The rest of you can roll that as well.
that's an 11.
I think that's an 18. No, plus 5.
I think I
What is
got
that? 21.
Nice.
perception.
3,
25.
25. Okay. Belzarin and Cam, you realize that there is almost like a dome of magic that has encased them in this duel, and that's why all the students are standing around it because they can't get in it.
Ooh, dispel.
Or the absorb thing.
All right. So with the spell magic, is that something where you have to hit a certain mark, or does it just happen?
It depends on the level of the spell I'm trying to dispel. Let's see here. Let me go find it. Dispel magic, 3rd level. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
Could I
So
maybe make an arcane check to use my schooling to see if I know what spell it is and what level it might be?
sure, that's perfect. I love that idea.
All right. What is I have Arcana. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5 plus this. 9, 11.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
help and give him?
you,
Can I help and give him advantage?
yeah, of course. What are you going to do that?
Ooh.
Well, we're talking about what the spell looks like and what we think is casting it.
And you're going to use your Oh, you're a bard, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
go for it. Roll it again.
Is it worse?
That's a 1.
Uh,
So it's going to be that
um,
11.
all right, perfect. Yeah,
Man.
so Toda, you don't know for sure, unfortunately, but Tamron, you realize that this is the spell shield, but this is in a more grandiose version of it. So it is a level 5 spell. So that will make that spell saving throw or whatever 15, because you said 10 plus whatever the spell's level is, correct?
Mhm. Okay, so I need to make a check. Um,
Also,
for
remember you have
whatever.
also have Ioun stones too.
Yes, but I'm not wearing one that would do anything with this spell, so
Okay, just wanted to make sure if there was something there that you could use it, go ahead. But
Can you
no.
swap them since you're attuned with them? Is it just an
yeah,
action
yeah,
to
you can
pop
swap
one
them
off
at
and
any
pop
time. So
another
yeah,
one on?
so yeah, if she uses another one, the other one goes away for the day, but she could swap
you
for another one if it
Could you
helps.
maybe absorb the spell?
I don't know. I have no idea how absorb spell works.
Me
I don't
neither.
even know what those words mean. Absorb a spell. What is that?
Let's see.
So let's see. It would be
So if it's absorption, which is very rare, you can cancel a spell at 4th level or lower.
Oh,
Oh, well, cast by a creature you can see and targeting you only.
Mm.
ah,
okay. So
Greater
what?
absorption's 8th level.
Yeah, it's probably not that. Okay, so what am I doing right now? I have to. I
You're
have to
trying to
roll a
dispel
15.
magic, so you have to roll. Yeah, you roll up to 15 or higher.
Well, my spellcasting modifier is +3 for charisma, so I
nice.
would have to
Nice.
get a 12 or better.
Can
Yep.
you
Hmm.
bardic inspiration yourself, or is that other creature?
I don't know. I haven't played this character in months. I have no idea what I can do anymore. Um, Let me see. Do I even have bardic inspiration? I guess I do. Yes.
You should. I think it's a class feature.
As a bonus action, a creature other than yourself within 60 feet gains an inspiration
Uh,
die for 1d8 for 10 minutes. Um,
can't inspire yourself. Lame.
can't inspire
Makes sense.
yourself. Yeah, it does.
Slap yourself. Come on, get your shit together.
I inspire myself all the time.
All right. Well, I rolled a 15, so +3.
Nice.
There you go.
Hey, that's it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so just like let's just say like this thing looks like almost like a ball of ice, and just like putting hot water on a ball of ice, it just melts away. And you all the students that are watching around this shield all of a sudden just start booing. Just boo! Boo, hiss, boo!
And then Balzarin starts pushing. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Just like bodily shoving people to get Toda to the front.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People are just shouting, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
or like his little entourage or his bodyguards, like moving people aside so he can
Right.
get through.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try something extreme.
Uh-oh.
As
You kill
soon as I
yourself.
see me,
It
I
works.
am going to uh grab one of my spheres and just sidearm huck it at myself. And about halfway through, it's gonna break apart into this little golden, glittery, sand-like substance. And I am going to try to cast sleep on myself.
Nice.
So let's see. Do I have in my future iterative form. 10, 16, 22, 27, 34 hit points.
What did you start out with when you made your character? Do you remember?
I believe wizards are a D4.
What's your con modifier if you have
Right.
it?
No, D6. So I would have started off with 6 hit points.
Nice.
Right
Yeah.
now,
So
right
you
now I have 9.
nice.
Well, then you
Jesus.
definitely,
Yeah, you are out cold.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, so we're gonna say this. We're gonna say that you see this kind of happen in slow motion. You see Totta reach into this Totta reach into his bag. You see Totta pull out one of his balls. You go to see him like he's going to throw it at Snippet, and you recognize Totta that this color of this ball you've never seen in your whole life.
I hate
And you're almost like how did I get this? Why do I have this? And then as just about as he's about to throw it at Snippet, he just kind of like does one of these things where he almost like someone who's drunk just kind of like starts to kind of like back and forth and back and forth. And then you see him fall backwards and fall to the ground. And meanwhile, as he's falling to the ground, he drops the ball and it starts falling towards himself.
Can I make a quick action?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Feather Fall on the ball.
Nice.
Feather ball.
Okay.
Feather Ball.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say you do that.
In a weird change of pace. I keep like I almost never use it, but I have my wand like holstered on my side, and
Hmm.
I can't get to the ball in time. So for one of the first times, I pull out the wand and I just give it a flick, and the ball just goes shh.
Nice.
Nice. And it falls to the ground and it sizzles as it eats away the grass and and the dirt and makes a little like let's say circumference of like I don't know, almost like a bocce ball almost if anybody has held a bocce ball before. And excuse me, the students start to gasp because they've realized that this could have really done something. And they also then you hear murmurs. You hear what's going on? Who's that? That looks like Totta. That can't be Totta. That's Totta. You know, there's a lot of like weird like chaos that's kind of happening.
And I'll step in. Don't worry. Everything is fine. Situation is under control. This here, pointing to the unconscious Toda, this is an imposter who had taken my place in order to maliciously act to destroy my reputation. But we have taken care of it. So don't worry. No one is harmed, and we will escort him out to the proper authorities.
Okay, I want you to roll me a persuasion check.
Can he
That's
get
not
like
gonna
can he get advantage on that? Because like maybe Cam and Volzarin are like wading into it to go like retrieve the body. Like
grab him.
everybody stay back, stay back. I'll
Yeah,
get him
and you
immediately.
hear like the students go, "Oh God, don't mess with them. They look very stabby. Let's
Yeah, we're
stay
very
away from those
stabby and
guys."
They're
tough
super
looking.
stabby. I was like,
I just
watch
look
out for
at
them.
everybody,
They
I put my
will
hand on my
stab you if you
sword.
get in their way.
Yeah. I got like
So
my
stabby.
It's been a
psychic
solid
blades are
20
out.
minutes since they've been able to stab anybody.
So stabby.
We're itching for a stabbing.
That is a 13.
With advantage?
And that's with
Yes.
advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
It was either a 10
right.
or a 13.
Okay. So we're gonna say that
I rolled a 20 and all the magic's gone, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, you do have a benefit. So if you want to use that, you could use that to
Oh,
to
yeah.
convince
I have
everyone.
yeah.
Cameron can give you bardic inspiration too, although your Benny might be better.
Yeah, I'm going to
If
use
you
that.
could just do it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so there's like gasp. There's like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, how did they do that? It looks just like him, that kind of thing. Oh, it must be a changeling spell. It must be something where it changed, whatever. And there's other people that are like, uh, um, bring him to the proper authorities, jail him, take him to the courts, that kind of thing. Like people are like upset because
We're going to take care of him. I'm going to take him to the headmaster. Everything will be fine. Don't worry.
okay. So you escort your other self, your fake self, away from everybody.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're not going to the headmaster. No, this
And just as you get outside of the grounds, you I would like for everyone to roll me a d20. If you have a benefit, just tell me you have a benefit, and I'm gonna have you use that instead.
I have an inspiration marked down. I don't know if it's
I
been
think
so
that's a
long.
benefit.
Okay, I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's how
you
we
don't
were
have to roll.
Oh, okay.
And I do remember that Totta actually has another benefit from last session as well because I just listened to it.
Oh.
But
I got a
I
15.
want. Oh, nice. I want
One time I roll good.
Tamron and Cam. I want you both to roll with advantage.
I rolled a 19.
Oof.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
nice.
Just a 9 for Cam.
Roll again anyway, just to see if you get a 22. That'd be great.
7.
Okay.
7 and a 19.
Okay. So, let me write them down again just to make sure. So, Tamron, you got a 19. Cam, you got a 7. Is that what you said?
9.
9.
With
Okay.
advantage?
With advantage?
That was my highest.
Ouch.
Oof.
You're like Jesse.
And then Totta and Belzarin have benefits. Okay. Okay. So, what do you guys talk about once you bring Totta out of the ground off of school grounds?
So are we stabbing him?
Are we gonna like stab?
Oh, we can't stab.
I mean, it's you. Okay, well, what do we do with it? You.
I mean, it'd
him.
be weird because it looks just like you. I mean, the other guy was all,
Well, it is me. It's me from like a few months later. Like,
but you both can't be here together, right? I mean, and he's clearly not like he's not right.
and I like poke him, and I was like, we're clearly both here at the same time.
Well, but like you can't just like both go back to school. What are you gonna like?
Well, no.
Together, like that's not gonna.
Like, where's your dorm room? Let's go to let's get someplace and wake him up.
Oh yeah, sure. 5th floor.
All right. Like an elevator or where's
A what?
right?
I think
Yeah,
we're gonna have to carry him up and down the
Okay.
steps. He's like a
Alright.
sofa. Just
that's fine.
bend
Yeah.
him in the middle. It's fine.
Pivot. We'll just pivot.
For that.
Pivot.
So you go to like grab him like you're gonna, kind of get moving on. And then you see Tota's starts shimmering and it's almost like his molecules are starting to separate from his
Wait,
body.
me or him?
You.
Oh,
You
me.
him.
Okay.
Yes, you. Yeah, and
I'm
you
looking down
look
at my hands.
like
Guys, what's happening?
Oh God.
Oh shit! It's just like that
you,
movie.
He's going back to the future.
is
Get
there
it out of
anything
my
you want to
head.
say anything you want to say before your body dissipates into nothing?
Don't kill me. Hi, guys.
It's a good thing we didn't stab this one.
And what? Sam tries to grab him
Uh,
before he disappears instinctively.
yeah, yeah, and it's like pushing bubbles through
Oh,
air. It's just like they just kind of fall through.
oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, and before you know it, his molecules all kind of separate and burst.
Oh, I can see his molecules separating. That was unsettling.
Tota, Tota, where do you want to end up?
uh Back at my desk. I'm
Okay.
assuming I was right where I was taken from in the first place.
Okay.
Huddled over my
Yeah.
desk, reading over some divination spells, researching for my finals.
Okay. And you do so. You reappear right where this all started. It's actually early into the morning hours because you're studying so hard for your divination test technically this morning. And everything is as it was before. Your roommate is in the corner and snoring heavily.
Ugh, I feel like I haven't slept in 48 hours. Ah,
And
like
you
look
you
around and
hear
be like, oh, okay. Okay.
you hear a little bit of a rustling or whatever, and your roommate kind of like gets up and kind what are you doing still up? Oh my God, you're gonna kill yourself. You keep studying like that. Just get some
I'm
rest,
just
man.
I'm just finishing up now. I'm fine.
Are you sure, man? Oh, I tell
Yeah.
you, the more you study about all this stuff, you feel like you're gonna take over the world. What is that? You need to get some rest.
I no 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 no. I'll sleep later. I'm fine. Thank you. Like
All
actually
right,
like
man.
pack up his book and it's like I gotta get a class now anyway.
All right, man. Well, make sure you get some rest eventually here, okay?
Oh yeah. You know what they'll say? I'll rest when I'm dead.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna go back to and he just passes out before he can finish his sentence.
Yeah.
Cam, you uh you also do the same thing. Your molecules separate, kind
Damn
of
it.
float and
Because I'm like trying to keep my molecules together. Like,
yeah.
No, my
no,
God.
You're just pushing them further away. Stop doing it. It's disgusting.
Oh my God, you're pushing them through yourself. They're coming out the back.
Oh, I got one in my eye. Ah.
Do you say anything before you disappear?
I just I just have a look of like confusion and surprise and just like, come on. Like, Jesus. And I just like, I guess allow it. I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So you then same thing. Your molecules dissipate and pop, and you disappear. You wake up in your old house with all of your keepsakes of your husband and your I can't remember. Did you have a son or daughter?
The daughter.
Okay, your daughter. And daughter, the place feels cold, very lonely, and it feels too quiet.
Yeah, I'm just like in shock, I guess, and I'm just kind of aimlessly wandering around looking at everything, just wondering if it's real.
Yeah. You touch certain things. Um, Everything's the way you left it. You see certain pictures from the times that you've had. You find a little necklace with a little locket from your daughter,
Yeah,
and it's got
all
a
the fixins.
picture. Yeah, it's got all the pictures of you and her. Yeah, a picture of you and her in the locket. And you realize that you're back to your own timeline, but this is same thing, kind of where you started before
Yeah.
you've kind of left.
Uh, yeah, I think I just kind of get like I just like kind of like a glassy-eyed stare, look off into nothing, and I just like sit, just like slump down in a chair. Um, I'm just in just kind of like in disbelief. Uh, that's kind of all he does right now.
Yeah.
Just stare, just looking around, staring at everything. Like he'd probably walk through the house just to kind of get a sense of it, and then if he realized, oh no, this is where it started, then that's he would just kind of like just collapse into a chair or something, put his
Hmm.
head down.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. And then uh, we fade to black. Tamron, when you think about, are same thing that happens to you, your molecules again shine up, everything kind of dissipates. Do you say anything to Belzarn before you go?
Remember my art.
It was good to have known you.
It was nice to have known you too. Try not to stab anything, okay?
He just kind of shrugs.
And with that, your molecules explode. Where do you want to end up? What's the last thought you have before your molecules dissipate?
Hmm. Um, I think that he wants to end up in the library if she had to pick a place.
Nice.
Um, I think she's going to try to find a way to find Totta, Cam, and Belzarin again. And what better
Nice.
place to go look than the goddess Iron?
Nice. All right. Yeah. So then, just kind of like what you'd be doing when you watch a movie, you kind of pop into existence, and Ayun is just kind of floating there in her library, and she says, "Ah, I see we meet again. I feel like there is a purpose to this. Come, let's find your truth." And she kind of ushers you in to the library. Belzarin, you are left by yourself. You Same things kind of happen to you, but it seems really almost almost too alone because everyone else has left before you. What's the last thing you think of before your molecules dissipate?
Well, I've got two, and one's pretty dark, so I don't know
Dark,
which way
dark,
to
dark,
go.
dark, dark, dark.
So he like wistfully looks up at the sky and the clouds moving, and he can, just sort of feel himself disassembling, which is weird because it doesn't hurt. It's just like a cessation of being that
Hmm.
like but he's aware of it as it's happening. So it's like really jarring and off-putting because he doesn't have any magic or anything. And he thinks two things as he's starting to pixelate. Uh yeah. So he starts to pixelate and he wonders if the the dreams that we had, the experiences that we had were real.
Hmm.
Like it just like pops in of a sudden. So I was thinking when he reappears, it's in the town square and it's, like dank, kind of gray, overcast. Like it's clear that someone had been burned at the stake. Like there's no one around. Like it's happened, but it's not like it just happened. Like it's happened and people have sort of moved on. And he takes a deep breath and he looks around and he looks up with the drizzle falling down on his face. And he very slowly pulls out the scimitar and just says to the sky, I hope it was worth it, Toda. And then he just stalks off into the town to take care of business because he knows who was there.
Nice. I like it. Okay. And then as Belzarn kind of makes his proclamation and trots off into town, we'll fade to black. And that was time after time.
If you're lost, then you lose, and you
A license,
Time
license for
after
that.
lose.
Yeah, yeah,
We got
exactly.
30 seconds. Don't
Stop it. I
worry.
have to pay millions of
Oh,
dollars if
30.
you sing anymore. Don't do it.
Oh, if you get 30 seconds, that's all you need.
That's true.
Fair use or whatever the Christ. I don't know.
Yep, yep, exactly.
Awesome.
All right.
Very
Cool.
cool.
That was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we
Thank
finished
you.
it. Thank
Thank you.
you.
It was a good ending, I feel like, and I like where everybody's characters kind of went. It
Mhm.
wasn't just,
Yeah.
oh, it's a happy ending for everyone kind of thing, because that's
Nope.
just not how like.
Yeah. Or John.
No, that's good. That's actually I wouldn't have thought it. That was good. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that for Cam. That was
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I was kind of hoping that Cam would have a benefit so he could just automatically find his family and it go a different direction. But sometimes that's
No,
just
I
not
think
the way it works.
that was about right. That was about right.
Yep.
Hmm. Yep.
I
Very
like
cool.
that, Leslie. That was really smart pulling Ioun out there. That was good.
Yep. Yep. I like that too.
Awesome.
Yep. And it keeps the fans wanting them all to reunite in the future. So I like that too.
There
Hmm. Yeah. That's for season 2.
you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
It's like the show's on Netflix and it gets canceled.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, it's funny. 'Cause it's
Good
Uh,
true.
show. Didn't bring in any new subscribers. Canceled. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. So then people watch
Uh,
this first season over and over and over
Right.
again, wondering what could have been.
Yep.
right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'd love to thank my players for playing their characters so well and making this a wonderful story. I want to thank everybody that's watching right now on YouTube or watching here in the future. Thank you to everyone that will be listening to this on the podcast here as well. I hope you enjoyed all of our sessions. You can check out the MFG Cast podcast. We're just swapping through between D&D and Core Noir right now. We're also working on some other material. I just released, as of this recording, I just released a look on the board game World Wonders by Arcane Wonders, an awesome polyomino game. So if you're interested in that, check that out. John has the Legends of Tabletop podcast. What do you got going on right now on the Legends of Tabletop?
We've started up a new, it's continuing campaign of what's his name? Harry Stanton and Georgie Prince. We've got a new hobo campaign. We are not hobos ourselves, but have been roped into thing Naralothotep. There's stuff going on. We're still playing Deadlands as well. We're playing Runners, which is undergoing a complete overhaul, although I guess like mostly our game's not gonna change, but the
Yeah.
mechanics
No.
will. Jesse's working on something that hopefully we're going to be releasing very shortly. So that will be cool. Post on socials about that. But we're on all the social media. So if you want to check us out there, that's cool. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to peddle? Any wares, anything like that? No? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're going to call it a night. Thank you to everybody again, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.